Hey guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading through chapter 971 of One Piece. Now, based on how the last one ended, I can only assume this is the last time we see Odin. Because he is set to be executed by being boiled alive, right? And here's the thing about that. I'm really curious how they're going to go about it. Because, you know, for who Odin is, someone of his caliber, his strength, his status, I just can't see how being boiled alive is how he met his end, because, you know, I stated this in my previous video and I went back and looked it up. I went back and looked this up. When prisoners are sent to impel down, when they arrive, they are put in boiling water as a way to baptize them, right? And, you know, from what we know, 3 people in the series have gone through that baptism without even flinching. No pain, no screams, no flinching, completely stone-faced, right? And those characters are Jinbei, Crocodile, and Ace. So these 3 characters were sent to impel down. They went through the baptism of being put in boiling water, and they survived. No pain at all. No show of any emotion, right? So if these 3 people can go through that, I'm trying to think to myself, like, if these 3 can survive that, is Odin really going to die from being boiled alive? Like, you know, I'm trying to picture this. Like, Odin clearly has to be stronger than these 3 people. And if they survived, Odin can also survive. You know, I'm assuming he wouldn't succumb to being boiled alive. Maybe he will. I don't know what they're going to throw at us in this chapter, but I guess I'll just have to read it. But I'm just trying to picture it, right? Before I go on and read this chapter, I just want to touch on the fight between Kaito and Odin a bit more. And the reason why is because I was reading on Twitter, right? I was reading on Twitter, and there seemed to be a lot of mixed reactions to the fight, because the way this fight had been built up, it was built up to be this epic clash between 2 of the strongest characters in One Piece, right? So what we know about Kaito present day, if it's one-on-one, he will win, no matter if it's on air, land, or sea. That is his thing. That is the lore around Kaito. One-on-one, Kaito wins, no doubt about it. That's his thing, all right? So the thing about Odin, Odin is one of the strongest characters in the One Piece universe. That's how he's being presented. He could hang with Whitebeard. He could hang with Roger, right? So you could see why people were expecting this big, epic fight between them. Because you have Odin, one of the strongest in the One Piece universe. You have Kaito, who has this aura about him that one-on-one he cannot lose. So when you put that together, you know, who's going to win? Think of it like this. If you're a wrestling fan, you'll get it. When The Undertaker was undefeated at WrestleMania, people wanted to see him fight against John Cena, against Super Cena, because John Cena, in his prime, he would never lose, you know, especially if it came down to like a last man standing, I quit match. So people wanted to see Undertaker and John Cena at their primes at WrestleMania, because then you would really have no idea who would come on top. So think of it like that. It turns out that the fight was fast. It was a very fast fight. But the thing about it is that Odin had the upper hand. Odin cut Kaito. He was pretty much going to kill him until the old hag interfered and basically distracted Odin by turning into Momonosuke. And that split second of distraction, of hesitation, was enough for Kaito to come back and just straight up one-hit him. Like one-shot KO with his club. So, here's the thing. 2 things about that. Some people say that puts a stain on Kaito's legacy, on his aura as being one-on-one he wins. I don't think so, because you can argue it. I can see why people go that way, but I don't think so, because he's a pirate. I don't know why people were under the impression that he was a fair fighter, especially after all we've seen in this flashback, right? And all the malicious things he does in present day as well. So for him to win on a trick like that, to me personally, it doesn't stain his aura of one-on-one Kaito wins. It doesn't do it. Number 2, for the old hag to have turned into Momonosuke, this basically confirms that there has to be a traitor among Odin's men, among the scabbards. And last video I said it had to be either Kinemon or Kanjuro. I still stand by that fact, but the point is that the old hag has the clone fruit, and in order for that to work, the user has to physically touch a person. They got to touch a person so they could transform into that person. So how did the old hag get close enough to Momonosuke, right? That means that somebody trustworthy had to have been within, had to have pretty much gone into Odin's house and interacted with Toki and Momonosuke for that to have happened. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mystery going on, and now I'm starting to see that there is a traitor in Odin's circle, and I think the plan in present day to attack Orochi, I think there are 2 plans in motion. One, to weed out the traitor, and you know, that give a false sense of confidence and hope that to Orochi and the traitor, like, look, we won again. But in reality, I think there's a backup plan, and I think we're gonna get the reveal soon enough. I feel like I'm talking about I feel like I'm talking way too much for the intro, so I'm gonna leave it at that. If anything else comes to me, I'll talk about it at the end, or as the thoughts come along while I'm reading, but I'll try to keep it to a minimum. Anyway, that's gonna do it for right now, for this intro talk. So let me go ahead and read the chapter. Cover story. It is in Japanese, so I can't read the text, but I might just put the picture up. I don't know. But one of Capone's men is running to help, who I can only assume is Chiffon. I don't think it's Lola. I think it might be Chiffon. Anyway, let's just move on. You can't, Momonosuke. It hasn't been checked for poison yet. Mother, why is it that my life is being sought after? Your father is a great man, and you are a man who will lead this country someday. Here you go, Momonosuke-sama, Hiyori-sama. Mother, today, Dad will really... Okay, so Momonosuke and Hiyori are coming to the reality. The reality of his execution is starting to set in, and they're expressing that concern to Toki. Okay, next panel. Okay, we see the boiling pot of water. You can see it bubbling right now. It looks pretty hot right there. From now on, Kozuki Odin and 9 others will be publicly executed. Hurry up! I can't see the boiling properly. It's an oil. That's instant. I have to hurry. Okay, so citizens of Wano want to see the execution. Alright, they're running to it. Ultimately, he couldn't defeat Kaito, that idiot lord, and even I thought his strength was legit. Who was this guy? Man, the citizens are just over Odin at this point. I'd like a chance. I must live no matter what. Okay, Odin is talking to Kaito right now. Get in there. Still begging for your life? You're so funny. Oh, dang. So Odin just pushed in one of the guys who was trying to push him into the water. Yeah, GG's to that guy. Rip. Yeah, this guy is burning alive right there. Get me out of here. He's out, and he's dead. He got burnt alive quick. You see how fast that took? You see how quick that was? How's Odin gonna die? Let me move on. All 10 of us will enter this pot, but free those who survive by the time you have decided. Odin-sama, survive? The principle of this punishment is to die instantly. Bring me a clock. Yes, sir. You have an hour. Just try and survive this. It's even too long for a simple bath. This is interesting. So, Kaito is agreeing with Odin. He says you have an hour. So it's like a game at this point. Can he survive an hour? Will you keep your word? Of course. If I was Odin and I asked Kaito, can he keep his word? I would be very... I wouldn't buy it, to be honest, but we'll see. Even on the brink of death, he fears. I have things to do. Go in right now. It will be shameful until the end. So his citizens just want Odin to perish at this point. All right. Moving on. Odin's in the water, and he is screaming. Yeah, he is in pain right now. Don't abandon your lord. Let's go. See you in the next world, guys. Okay, so Odin's circle, Odin's scabbard, they're going in. Get on this board, you guys. Huh? Dang, look at this panel right here. Check this panel out. Odin is a real one, dude. Look at this. He is holding up all his men, while he is the only one in the boiling water. Man, salute to Odin, man. That's a leader right there. Please stop, Odin-sama. It should be us, Odin. Odin-sama, we will carry you. Shut up and stay quiet. That's an order. Odin-sama. What is this madness? His retainers aren't submerged in oil. But all are in the pot. I have no complaints. Odin. So Orochi is against this. Orochi's against this, but Kaito is saying they're all in the pot technically, so he has no complaints. I'm sure he just wants to see Odin die at this point. All right, moving on. He is carrying 9 sturdy samurai. To do that must require colossal strength. Such a waste. And that in the boiling oil too? Dang, you see Shinobu in tears. Yeah, that's Shinobu. Okay. Odin is strong, dude. Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. How much longer does he have? Odin-sama, let us down. What's the matter? It's not even been a minute, you know. Jeez, not even a minute. What kind of skin does he have? So the citizens, the people of Wano are just curious and amazed at this point. All right, moving on. I feel like I could die just from the heat alone. If you can continue to complain, I will knock you out, Raizo. You have nothing else but to let yourself be carried. Neko, stop moving. The vibrations will go to the bottom. Look at this guy, Odin. Dang. 4 minutes have passed. 4 minutes. I was told it would end right away. It's more annoying than expected. I thought they would scream more and that they would die more dramatically. The people of Wano just want to see their leader die, man. And look at Shinobu. Shinobu's just like, she is in shock. She cannot believe the words that are coming out of these guys. I can't wait for it to end. I was so fed up with this idiot lord. Dang. What about idiot lord? Say it again and I will kill you. Shinobu taking action right now. Who is that woman? It's dangerous. She has a katana. A kunoichi? Jeez, she is furious. Dang, that face. Gah, stop it. You are the idiot. Captain, that Shinobu. What is she getting excited for? You think it is thanks to him you live in peace today? Oh, I'm referring to Kaito. So Shinobu is saying, you think it is thanks to him you live in peace today. You will see when you have lost Odin-sama. You will see how much he protected you from misfortune. Orochi is neither the shogun nor a dictator. Orochi does not try to rise above others. Okay. Oh, wait, hold up. What the heck? Okay, I think we're getting a flashback right now. Understood? For me, all the people of this country are criminals who have prosecuted the Kurozumi clan. They can all die. I do not care. Okay, so Orochi's pretty much telling that to Odin. I got the shogun position to destroy this country, to avenge me. Orochi? Yeah, no surprise there. A long time ago, my grandfather had to perform harakiri like a criminal. My family was ruined and it could have stopped. But my parents were hunted down by self-proclaiming vigilantes out of who knows where. They hit them and threw them into the rivers. They hit them and threw them into the rivers. They killed them. These fools scared me so much that they kept me from sleeping when the one who had committed the crime was dead. It is the offspring of a daimyo killer. Wait, no. When the one who had committed the crime was dead, if it had the name of Kurozumi, even a kid would have been a criminal. Okay? Then we see the people in the background. It is the offspring of a daimyo killer. Okay? Odin's like, That's why all the people of Wano deserve a punishment. This is what they have done to us all the time. And what happened in the back room? The offerings to Kaito, countless weapons, and hundreds of people kidnapped. You can, once they are brought there, their life is over. Odin-sama got angry, but you can sell it, have fun, or just kill him, okay? Orochi then made a proposal. You want to prevent kidnappings. You will lose if you go to war with us. Okay. Still, okay. The enemy only sought revenge and had no interest in the country. It was obvious the victory wasn't the only thing at stake. That's why Odin-sama accepted the proposal. If he danced naked every week at the scheduled time as an apology to the Kurozumi clan, so he did lose everything, but he saved hundreds. But he saved 100 people with his dances, and that's why he did it right there. That's why he did it. Okay. He believed in their promise to leave the country once the shipbuilding was complete. Weekly visiting the provinces to make sure nothing had changed. Odin-sama continued to protect this country. So who is the idiot lord now? He took everything on him. And that is going to be the end of the chapter. So Odin is still alive at this point. Okay, so we see why he danced naked. I was afraid that we weren't going to get the explanation until later down the line. Like, I'm talking like way down towards the end of Wano. But we got the explanation right here. So that's why he danced naked on the street. I think Shinobu is getting to some of these people. Shinobu is telling all these people this story, and based on their facial reactions, they feel like I think they're starting to get, they're starting to get it. But who knows how this is gonna go. So Odin is protecting the others from being put into the water. They are technically in the pot, so Kaito is allowing it. Even though Odin is the only one who is suffering at this point. So let's see, last time I think there were 4 minutes, only 4 minutes had passed since he got in, and I think he has a lot of time. The citizens of Wano are starting to they're even starting to question, what kind of, what is he made out of? What type of skin does he have to be surviving all of this? Because we saw the ordinary the guy who was trying to push Odin, and he succumbed quick. Like, what? Like, he was in there for like, what, 10 seconds, I'm assuming? And he died. Meanwhile, Odin is already 4 minutes in. But, man, I'm starting to see, okay, maybe this is how he dies. Maybe even an hour is too much for Odin to handle. I don't really know what to say about this. It was a chapter, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad by any means, but it was just like, how is he gonna die? After this chapter, I'm even more confused as to who the traitor could be. It's obvious there is a traitor. But now, So, there's a chance it could be none of the scabbards. There's a chance it could be someone we know, but is kind of lying low. We don't suspect. There's a chance it could be someone completely new that's just going to get introduced later down the line. I still think it's a good chance it's one of the scabbards. In fact, I think it has to be one of the scabbards. I know that I mentioned Kinemon. For now, I'm going to put Kinemon as a wild card. From the start, that was a wild guess. It was really out there, but I'm just gonna keep him as a wild card for a potential traitor. But realistically speaking, if there is a traitor among the 9 scabbards, I think it has to be, as of now, I think it has to be either Kanjuro or Raizo. One of those two. I'm leaning more towards Kanjuro. The guy just looks suspicious. From the moment I saw him, the guy looks suspicious. He just has that look, you know, like you see someone, you see a character, and there's just something that's off about them. It's like, I don't really trust this guy. I don't know about him. He's I mean, he really hasn't been featured much, honestly. So Kanjuro possibly could be the traitor. Raizo, I could see it, but I don't know. Shinobu, there was a time when I kind of suspected her. She looked very suspicious, but after this speech that she was giving the people of Wano, it's hard to see her as a traitor. If she is, you know, not taking into account how she could have known some of the information, such as where Zoe was, where Raizo was, you know, all that stuff. So, if for some reason she is still, if she ends up being the traitor, Oda is doing a very good job at making her, at painting her as a very, what do you call it, loyal character that's pretty much giving a lecture to the people of Wano. Like, how dare you question Odin and his intentions? How, you know, you'll see what you're missing when he's gone, because the citizens of Wano are, like I said, they're starting to get it. Her words are making sense. They're starting like, oh, geez, we actually might have screwed up, but and based on this speech alone, I can see it's hard to see her as a traitor, and if she happens to be a traitor down the line, it's going to be a major twist. I'm going to put her as a wild card. You know what? I'm going to put her as a wild card with Kinemon. I don't care. I don't care what people think, dude. Man, that's the fun thing about these stories. You could speculate. I don't care how silly, how dumb the theories are, you know, because there are some theories out there. You know what? I'm going to put her as a wild card, yeah. I don't care how dumb that sounds. Kinemon, Shinobu, wild cards to be traitors. Leaning more towards Kanjuro at this point. Raizo, possibly. Who knows? There's still the conversation about Denjiro, but I think he's too obvious of a choice, but who knows? Oh, man, dude. I really don't know what to think about. I don't know what to think about at this point in the story. Who could the traitor be? I don't know, but I want to find out. Also, you can't forget about Kanjuro's devil fruit power, because, you know, he can draw. He can draw. What's to stop him from, you know, drawing a little messenger bird and sending that over to Kaito and Orochi? So, you know, his power is actually pretty, you know, it'd be pretty good for spying on people. So that's something to think about right there. But, by the way, can somebody clarify this for me? Why is Toki being very positive when her husband, the father to her children, the person who she died for, right? Because, you know, she was in the burning castle and she decided not to save herself because Odin was dead. You know? So, can someone clarify why she is so upbeat and positive in this situation? You know, I get that she might be optimistic by nature, but dang, even the most optimistic person, when one of your loved ones is facing execution, I mean, holy jeez. I don't think there's any way you could remain positive like that, even if you're faking it. I mean, you know, she has a smile on her face, you know. She's saying, so she has the time fruit power, right? Time fruit. We don't know how it... Okay, we know she can't go back to the past. Not like, you know, she can't be Samurai Jack. Gotta get back to the past. She can't do that, right? But she can go forward. Is it possible that she can also make time stand still and have time stand still except for everybody she deems, everybody she bestows that power upon? You know what I mean? So what if she can make time stand still, freeze everything, and then maybe she had like a private conversation with Odin. She somehow managed to reach Odin, unfreeze time at that point, have a conversation with him, and kind of like talk about a potential plan going forward. That could be a possibility. Have her freeze time, contact Odin, talk about something, go back, unfreeze time, and then have the events that are taking place take place. Odin at this point is being kept alive through sheer willpower alone. But, you know, I still would not be surprised if he somehow survives and ends up alive. And it turns out he is alive in the present timeline. You know, I don't know where this story, I don't know how it's gonna go on from here. It's such a mystery, dude. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for now. I think I got all the thoughts that were in my head. I think I expressed. If anything comes back to me, I might include them during editing of this video. I might leave a comment. I don't know, but I think I spoke. I think I spoke my mind of what I wanted to say. But yeah, this is going to conclude the reading for this week of chapter 971 of One Piece. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, where you think the story is heading. Yeah, your guess is probably as good as mine because I have no idea. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.